Can AI save your marriage? Can it save a marriage? Can AI save any marriage? That's the question I want to tackle today in this video. I'm a big fan of AI technology. I'm using agents in my workflow as a marriage coach and as someone who teaches people. I'm constantly using AI for great research that literally cuts the time down by 3/4, oftentimes more. And so I'm not a hater of AI. I always try to embrace modern technology, new technology into my workflows so that I can deliver my best for these high-paying clients who really I love serving. I love to see them get the best out of their marriages, in their relationships, and see their families thrive. And so I embrace the technology so that I can be more effective. The question today is, can AI save your marriage? And I have some interesting insights for you as answers. And so I want to share 3 things with you today about what AI might not be able to do for you. I asked Claude the question, by the way. I said, Claude, can AI save marriages? And have you ever saved a marriage? At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what Claude said to me, word for word. I copied it and put it in my notes because I was really intrigued by what Claude would say. I had my own take, but I wanted to know what Claude's take was. And so I asked Claude, and Claude gave me a response. You know, when you're having marriage struggles, when you take the pain of last night's argument, put it in the car with you and head to work, you want someone who can help you resolve what went on between you and your spouse while you're at work now trying to figure out what the heck is going on. You can't focus, you can't keep your attention, you're not as productive as you would be. If there's been infidelity in your marriage, you want some help. And it makes sense that you would turn to AI for some answers and ask questions to your favorite AI engine, whether that's Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT or the others. You want some help because the pain of relationship tension, how about that? Let's call it relationship tensions. When that pain is happening, you want some answers. You want to know if you're losing your mind. Is your spouse really losing their mind? What just happened between us? How do we resolve this? So whatever that tension is, if you're not communicating well, if you're frustrated about your sex life and you're doing everything you can and you're succeeding in every other facet of your life, especially professionally and financially, and people love you and you get accolades and all of those things, but you got stress in your marriage, oh yes, you want some answers. You want some insights. So let me tell you what let me tell you what I realized from my use of AI as a marriage coach. There's some things that you need that no AI engine will be able to provide for you. And let me give you the first one. The first of those is that AI cannot look you in the eyes and really see you. Yeah, I'm looking at you from here, but you can't see me, even if it feels like I'm looking at you. The truth is, AI cannot really see you. It can't look at you and see you. And one of the most important things for the human experience is to be seen. To be seen. Everybody wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be dignified by someone else seeing your contribution, seeing your humanity, seeing the pain in your eyes and recognizing that there's something going on inside of you. When you're in trouble in your marriage, you need someone who sees you. That's what a marriage coach like me does. You get somebody who sees you, somebody who sits across from you and looks you in the eyes and sees expressions on your face and sees things that words may not be able to convey. And AI can't really fully see you. I was working with a couple recently, and there was serial infidelity, and they're high-flying, highly paid professionals in their craft, and there had been serial infidelity. And so in one of our sessions, I said, how many times has there been infidelity? And the wife said 5 times. She said 5 times. I said, so what did you guys do about the infidelity? They said, well, we went to counseling a couple times and we talked about it, but we never really resolved it. I said, really? So 5 times, you never really resolved it. I said, can I tell you what I know you must have gone through as the one who was betrayed? She said, yes, please. I said, you went through the biggest tsunami a human being could probably experience. A massive, massive storm that totally upends your life, and you feel like everything was just thrown all over the place. You didn't know if this marriage is going to make it. You didn't know what happened. You didn't know who you were. You couldn't hardly eat. You cried, and then you dried your tears, and you cried some more, and you wanted to know what happened, and your imagination started running all over the place, and you just felt the energy come out of you, and you hated him and you loved him. I said, am I describing to you what you went through? This wife looked me in my eyes and began to cry. Tears began to roll down her face. She says, for the first time since I discovered the infidelity over 2 years ago, someone finally sees me. You're the first person who's ever described to me what I went through. She said, I finally, for the first time, feel like somebody knows what I've been carrying all these weeks and months and now years. She felt seen. You see, that's what a marriage coach provides for you, is they allow you, enable you to be seen, to feel like somebody knows exactly where you are, what you're going through, the pain you're bearing, and the impact that it's having on your life. Being seen allows you to feel known and cared about, and you feel that there's this sort of empathic connection to you where somebody is really in your shoes. That's what being seen is all about, and no AI engine can give you that. Yes, the engines are powerful and they're here to stay, but they can't do that. AI cannot make you tell your full story. AI can't make you tell the full story. When you're in distress in your marriage, when you're having troubles, challenges, when you've been wounded, and you as a couple come to a marriage coach, somebody like me, it's important that you have the opportunity to tell your story. Sometimes those stories are good. Sometimes they're almost always painful if you came to see me. Right? They're painful, they're challenging. And what I've discovered is people need to be able to tell their stories as a part of the way that they heal. I was raised this way, and these things were part of my upbringing, and this is what made me me, and these were the times that I was celebrated. These were the people who were always in my corner as they tell their stories. As we get further into the coaching experience with clients, we have to unpack some of the hard parts of the story. The things that are not cute, they're not pretty, they're not fun. Sometimes they can be downright shameful to have to express. And AI can't collaboratively help you tell your story. The word collaborate is really important here, because to be able to collaborate means to co-labor, to work with you, to help you bring out the truth of your story, what you've been through, how it's impacted you. I was working with another couple a couple years ago, and he was very concerned that his wife might have been cheating on him. He grew up in a household where he saw a lot of cheating and infidelity, and he was very sensitive to this matter. And so he said to her, I believe that you have been unfaithful to me. And for literally 2 years, yes, 2 years, she said, no, you're crazy. No, how could you think that? I would never do that. I mean, and she argued her point with tears and with passion. She argued the point and refused even the concept, the idea of taking a lie detector test. He said, but I'm still convinced that you have been unfaithful to me. And so as we continue to work, trying to get them to tell the story, she continued to deny this possibility. You know where this is going by now. Eventually, he found some material that made it very clear that she had been unfaithful to him, and he was destroyed. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she had a difficult time telling her whole story. You see, it's hard to tell parts of you that are shame-filled, parts of you that you're not proud of, and no AI engine is going to ask you the next question. No AI engine is going to say, and so what else happened? And so what did you do next? And so how did that make you feel? And even if it can spit out the question to you, it can't look you in the eyes and take the journey with you and mirror to you what it must feel like, what it must be like to sit across from you. Are you tracking with me? This mirroring aspect is what helps us to collaborate with people. Mirroring is simply when two human beings sit in a room together and they're face to face, one feels a certain way and the other one expresses something simply to let them know, I see you, I feel you, I got you, I'm here, I'm tracking, I understand. Right? This is what mirroring does. And AI engines can't collaboratively help you tell your story because AI engines can't serve as human mirrors, if you will. And so that's a limitation. AI cannot decode the signals, if you will, of the body that lets a person know, hey, I'm hearing you. I can see the tension in your shoulders. I can see the sadness in your eyes. When I watch your posture, it says something to me. What is that saying? You see, that's what the collaborative effort of in-person live coaching does compared to what an AI engine cannot do. So again, I'm a big fan of the technology. I just know that it has very real limitation because it can't see you, it can't help you tell your story, and your story matters. What happened in your story matters. It's what made you who you are. And so here's the final limitation I want to point out. AI cannot communicate on a soul level because it doesn't have a soul. See, you were created in the image of God. I was created in the image of God. What makes you and me unique is that we have souls. Lions don't have souls. Bears don't have souls. I know you love your pets, but they don't have souls. They are not spiritual beings like human beings are spiritual beings, as well as human beings and emotional beings, right? Animals don't have that, and AI engines don't have souls. And so even if you are getting answers from Claude or ChatGPT, and even if you're talking to Claude or ChatGPT, there's an energy that's missing, because when we communicate with one another, it's not just the words we use, it is also the energy in the room, the energy even online with one another. There's a soul energy that God has designed us with that makes us feel like somebody is there, somebody cares, somebody is tracking with me. Is this making sense to you? Because when it comes to communication, it's so much more than the words we use, right? There's a feedback loop that we give to one another as we mirror, as we watch each other's body language. There's so much more as we again watch what's happening to the other person, as we curiously inquire. You said no, but the expression on your face said something different. You said you weren't angry, but the way your energy is makes me wonder about that, right? Couples communication requires this positive neural feedback that we get when we're in a session or when we're in a conversation with somebody. This neural feedback is what says to our brains, oh, it's actually safe to be in this conversation. It might be tough, it might be difficult, but that feedback can say, no, you're safe, it's okay. This is what happens when you have the collaborative presence of someone guiding you through these challenges, whether it's broken down communication, whether it's anger in your marriage, whether it's financial challenges, whether it's, you name it, sex problems, like you don't connect, you're not connecting emotionally, you're not connecting sexually, whatever those challenges are, having someone who again sees you, who collaborates with you, and who mirrors to you what they see, what's going on. It conveys to you empathy, that somebody actually cares what I'm going through. All right. So the conclusion is I'm never going to be able to work as a marriage coach. I won't be able to work because people need people. The people work is still important. People are good. People, I know AI is taking people's jobs and all of those things, but people are here to stay, and people need people. We were designed by God for community, for relationships, for interaction, not to be alone and not to have to build our lives around digital technology, because our challenges when it comes to marriage are relationship oriented. They're relational in nature, and maybe you think you can have a relationship with your AI engine, but can I just tell you, it can't love you back. It can't empathize with you. It can't really feel your pain. It can't really celebrate you. Claude is powerful, but it's digital, it's technology, it's not soul, it's not person. Use the technology, hopefully to enhance relationships, but don't depend on it to fix your relationship. So let's get to my question or to what Claude said, because I asked Claude, what do you say about this? What do you think? Can you save a marriage? Now, before I give you this, let me send you to make sure you download my 7 roadblocks to couples conflict. It's a short workshop. It's free. It's just for you. We all have conflict in our relationships. I've been married 35 years. We have conflict. Yeah, we had one the other day. I'm sure we'll have one another day. It's just a part of being human. But if you want to know how to really resolve conflicts in your marriage, so you don't have to get in your car, leave the house, go to work, and take the conflict and the pain and the consternation with you, I want to give you some keys to resolving conflicts so that you'll know what to do in order to bring resolution. Don't stack your conflicts. Don't just keep shoving them under the bed or under the carpet or whatever. You want to learn how to really resolve them. So make sure you get the 7 roadblocks to couples conflict. Okay, so let's talk about what Claude said. Can I read to you Claude's answer? I said, Claude, can you save someone's marriage? Here's what Claude said. What a great question, and one worth answering honestly. No. No. Claude said, no. I've never saved a marriage. I can't. And any AI that claimed otherwise would be overpromising in a way that could actually harm people. Here's what I can do, says Claude, and where I'm genuinely useful in the marriage space. What I'm good at, helping couples prepare for hard conversations by organizing their thoughts. Helpful, really helpful. Explaining frameworks like attachment theory, Gottman research, or Enneagram dynamics. Those are all tools that I use in my work with couples to help them understand at a deeper level who they are, what's going on, what's creating some of the challenges between them. Drafting letters or scripts when someone doesn't know how to start. Helping a coach or a therapist build curriculum, content, and tools. What I can't do, this is Claude, what I can't do, read the room. Claude says I can't read the room. Claude says I can't read tone, body language, history, the thing that just happened last Tuesday. I can't hold someone accountable across time. I can't create the relational safety that real change requires. I can't replace the human presence of a skilled coach. That's Claude. Claude must have me on memory. Claude said, I can't replace the human presence of a skilled coach. The honest reality is that marriages aren't saved by information, says Claude. They're saved by transformation. And transformation happens in relationship. A couple reading the best marriage article I could generate is still a couple without someone to witness their pain, call out their blind spots, and hold covenant with them. That's where someone like you comes in. He said, Claude said, that's where somebody like you come in, Rod. 20 years of doing that work, sitting across from real people in real crises, that's irreplaceable. I'm a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled marriage coach, but the hands matter most. I rest my case. I will be in work as long as people are on the planet, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited that I get to help couples build strong marriages and very strong families, so I can walk with you, care for you, encourage you, challenge you sometimes, push you a little farther than you would normally be prepared and willing to go. Claude says AI cannot save your marriage, but your marriage can be saved. Hey, I'm Rod Hairston. It was great to be with you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make sure you get the 7 roadblocks in couples conflict, and I'll see you in that next video.